Hi, Baby Audio. I love Baby Audio. I think we all do. Their plugins are pretty fantastic. That's good, isn't it? Fantastic company. I use their plugins every time I make a piece of music. They make some brilliant plugins. This is the first time they've made a synth. Okay, cool. Very cool. So this is a funny one. It's a model of a synth that I owned back in the 80s, showing my age here. In the early 80s, it was a little synth made by Yamaha called a CS01. It was battery powered with a built-in speaker, battery over here, and it wasn't really designed for, was it? I don't really believe it was designed for use on stages or in studios. It's certainly, I don't think I ever saw one in a studio. And the idea of it was that it was this really, really cheap synth. I think it was about £30. And the idea was that it was just something that would be in your front room or your bedroom, and you just sort of play around with it. And it was a great way to learn synthesis back in those days. So anyway, look, Baby Audio have souped it up. And what we have is a 2-oscillator synth. Okay, fully functional we've got triangle, we've got sawtooth, we've got square, and we've got pulse width. Okay, and we've got an amount of pulse width which can be controlled over here. Okay, we have frequency modulation that we can add to the sound. Okay, let's try a different waveform here. We have a tone control. I like this, I really do. Let's brighten it. We'll dull it. Okay. We have a sidechain input, which is pretty cool. We have a real simple LFO. Pretty nice. Okay, amount, let's take that off. Have a nice delay. Clearly got some reverb going on here. The original piece of kit used to, as I said, run on battery. And this is kind of cool. I think the lo-fi guys, hip-hop guys, etc. are going to love this. You can wear the battery out so it starts getting a bit wonky. Very simple envelope, very simple filter. Quite a thick filter, nice. It's pretty good, isn't it? Look, we've got portamento. It's good. As always, tons and tons and tons of presets. This is something that you always get with Baby Audio products. Loads and loads of presets. Funky little design. very good quality sound, but hey, it's Baby Audio. MIDI CC controllers. What have we got here? Velocity. Oh, you can take velocity sensitivity off. It wouldn't have been a velocity sensitive instrument back in the day. We've got MIDI CC controllers that you can get all scientific with. Polyphony. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a polyphonic instrument either, would it? So these are some of the things that they've added to it. Let's have a little listen. Nice. Pretty cool. We can crossfade between the oscillators. Let's go purely to oscillator 1 there. That actually sounds quite junior-y, doesn't it? Oh, who's familiar with Mr. Carpenter, John Carpenter, those amazing synth soundtracks from the 80s? So, look, I think it's wearing its 80s heritage proudly. I think it's a very, yes, it's a very thick sounding synth for such a small beast. It always was. I think that's the thing that amazed people about the synth. You know, for this tiny little, very plasticky thing that was about 30 quid, I don't think it was supposed to be taken seriously. I know that nobody really did take it seriously. It was a toy. It was just to play around with. But it had this really thick sound. Now, I know that a lot of big people, famous people, reportedly people like Dust Brothers and Radiohead have used this thing on records. So, you know, it is to be taken more seriously than back in the day we would have imagined it would be taken. Yeah, it's a more serious synth than it appeared back in the early 80s. It doesn't sound like a toy. Playing around with a little 80s thinger. So I think that we've got a really good synth here. How much would I use it? Don't know. Don't think I'd use it that much. I don't think it's flexible enough. Here's the big one. Okay, look. Baby Audio are saying this is $100. Now, okay, they have it on sale for $50, $49. Even at $50, I think that's a lot of money to be spending on this thing. I don't think it does enough probably to warrant that kind of money. Certainly $100. Come on, Baby Audio. Come on, guys. You're usually very reasonably priced. Think about this. $100 is the recommended, suggested retail price for this thing. For just $130, $140, we can get a super synth. We can get Serum or Synth or Anna 2.5 or Pigments or, you know, Massive X. I mean, you know, this is nowhere near the ballpark that they are in. It's a simple little synth. It's fun. It's pretty good, but that's my conclusion. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, but I honestly don't think it's worth $100. I've been Paul Waller. I hope I've been of some use to you. Thanks for coming. Catch you another time, hopefully. Cheers.